Welcome to the deep dive. So, we've got a whole stack of sources here, reviews, articles, some research, and it's all pointing to one thing, the Medilisk lung cleansing spray.
Right. And our mission today isn't to give any kind of health guidance.
No, not at all. It's to really look at the marketing claims this spray makes and, stack them up against what we know from a scientific and regulatory point of view.
Exactly. The ads say it can clean your lungs, remove toxins, and even help with long-term breathing issues. We're just here to ask, well, how does that language really hold up?
Okay, so let's just jump right in. The appeal is it's massive. I mean, if you're someone who deals with a nagging cough or congestion, the idea of a simple spray being a miracle fix is incredibly tempting, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a powerful promise. But this is where the context really becomes critical. We have to look at the basic biological claim.
The idea that you can just wash your lungs out.
Yeah. And established groups, like the American Lung Association, are pretty clear on this. Your lungs don't really store toxins in a way that some herbal mist could just, rinse them out.
So how does that work then? Because when you feel congested, it feels like something is stuck in there.
Right. But your body is already on it. You have these millions of tiny little hairs, cilia, lining your airways, and they are constantly sweeping mucus and particles up and out.
Okay.
It's an amazing self-cleaning system. And if a simple spray could fundamentally repair lung tissue on top of that, it would. I mean, it would have to be regulated in a totally different way.
So the fact that you can just buy it online, that in itself tells a story.
It tells you almost everything you need to know. A product that genuinely repairs lungs would be a drug. It would need years of testing by the FDA or similar bodies for safety and for proof that it actually works.
Selling it this way means it's treated more like a supplement or a cosmetic.
Exactly. And because it hasn't gone through that kind of rigorous testing, we have to be really clear here. This is purely educational commentary, not medical advice.
A very important distinction. And actually, when we looked into it, some studies under investigation suggest that inhaling unverified oils or herbal aerosols could potentially irritate the airways, especially if you already have something like asthma.
And that connects to the broader picture. AFP fact-checking has looked into this type of product before, and they found that claims about cleansing lungs almost always lack any real supporting evidence.
They're marketing statements.
They are marketing statements, not medical ones.
And that lack of transparency seems to go beyond just the science. The sources we reviewed pointed to some mixed customer experiences.
Yeah, that was interesting.
There were multiple complaints filed about unexpected subscription charges that people just didn't recall signing up for. And then they had a hard time canceling.
Which is a huge red flag for consumer transparency. And it tracks with what we found on the science side, too. There's just no cited clinical trial data, no backing from respiratory specialists, nothing.
So then what about the people who say they do feel better after using it? What's happening there?
Well, the sources suggest that any temporary feeling of relief might just be a sensory thing, probably a menthol-type sensation.
Oh, like that Vicks Vapor Rub feeling.
Exactly. It feels like you're breathing more easily because of that cool tingling sensation, but it hasn't actually done anything to heal or, cleanse your airways. It's a feeling, not a function.
So to wrap this up, our deep dive really shows this big gap, this contrast between the very powerful marketing language
and the scientific reality of how your body's own respiratory system works. It's already an expert at detoxifying itself.
And just to say it one more time, our analysis is only about these marketing claims. We are not telling you to take or avoid any product. But, the bigger picture here is that relying on something unverified for a serious symptom could mean you delay getting proper medical care.
Which leads to a really interesting final thought for you. That immediate sensory feeling of relief, that cool menthol effect, is so powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the question to think about is, how do you train yourself to spot the difference between a temporary feeling that's being marketed to you and actual, verified, long-term scientific benefit? Something to keep in mind.